Hello and welcome to episode number 90 of WITM. And unfortunately, once again, we do not have a scheduled match for this episode. However, it is time for NXT. We will be hearing from WITM's newest member, Aiot Master, who recently joined WITM as a member of the NXT roster. Renee Young is backstage with Aiot Master prior to NXT with an exclusive interview for WWE.com. So let's get to the interview, listen in, and hear the first words of WITM's newest member and NXT's newest signing, Aiot Master, rather. And this is the closest thing the game has to an interview, so we're just going to have to settle for looking at the screen here during this segment. I do apologize. This is about the best we can do for an interview. Anyway, Renee Young speaks. I am here with NXT's newest signing, Aiot Master. Aiot Master, you made quite a reputation for yourself prior to coming to NXT. But for those unfamiliar with you, what can the NXT universe, as well as the NXT locker room, expect from you? Aiot Master replies, what can the NXT locker room expect? They can expect the end of the line. As a matter of fact, if I were them, Renee, I would find Vince McMahon, Triple H, or William Regal as quickly as possible and leave the WWE. Because as soon as they step in the ring with me, there will be no Raw, SmackDown, or 205 Live in their future. Their career will die by my hand. And what can the NXT universe expect? They can expect to see each and every one of their heroes fall, until all that's left of NXT's male roster is myself, holding all of the gold. Renee Young asks another question. Okay, very strong words and high aspirations. Now, one thing the WWE officials and all of us backstage couldn't help but notice is that there has been a major lack of the usual excitement and joy we typically see from new signees from you. Why is that? Aiot Master responds, I hate locker rooms. I hate interviews. I hate cameras. And I hate microphones. My job is to beat my opponents to a bloody pulp in that ring. Not to smile and make friends backstage or do pointless interviews for WWE.com. But if there's one thing I hate above all else, it is holidays. Why, of all days, must my first appearance on WWE programming be on the freaking 4th of July? I hate all the blind patriotism. I hate fireworks. I hate when everyone somehow even gets more stupid. I hate when everyone somehow gets even more stupid from partying and drinking all day long. I hate every last bit of it, and you will never see me celebrate or even so much as smile as long as there's another stupid holiday being celebrated. Renee Young responds, okay, more strong words from our newest signee, Aiot Master. Thank you for your time and good luck when you make your in-ring debut. And Aiot Master just walks away without saying anything further. And so we have heard for the first time from our newest WIT member, Aiot Master. We still await his in-ring debut, but we've just heard from him for the first times. Speaking the 4th of July for all of our American viewers, which currently includes all of our WIT members. I hope you've had a great 4th of July. Thanks for spending some time with us here on WITM. I wish we had some in-ring action and fireworks for you, but we'll have to make do. I still wanted to do a stream and do the Aiot Master interview. Here is what did transpire on NXT. One moment. Johnny Gargano defeated Lars Sullivan. Shayna Baszler picked up a non-title victory over the NXT Women's Champion Ember Moon in a battle of the real-life NXT Champion and our NXT Women's Champion. Bianca Belair picked up a victory over Lacey Evans. The game is loving its women's matches lately. Every card is about halfway women's matches, which explains why WITM members aren't getting booked. Kairi Sane defeated Vanessa Bourne with no decision for Aaliyah. Tyler Bate picked up a victory over, or rather Mustache Mountain picked up a victory over Sanity that is a non-title victory. And Adam Cole Bebe defeated Cassius Ohno in non-title action. Now, you'll notice that there's one less title category for NXT. That's because in real life, Oni Lorcan, who was our NXT champion, fractured his orbital bone, I believe. He's gonna require surgery. He's gonna be out for a few months. So the NXT championship has been vacated. Now we are about a month away from the next NXT TakeOver event, which is NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, which will probably take place actually on this Saturday, right before SummerSlam. And so, starting next week, there will be a 16-man tournament for the NXT Championship. Round 1 will be next week, and then round 2 will be with a field of 8. Round 3 will be with a field of 4. The final 2 people left in the tournament will compete at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn to crown a new NXT champion. Aiot Master will be making his NXT debut next week in the first round of that tournament. So next week, on the July 7th edition of NXT, we will see the in-ring debut of WITM's newest member, Aiot Master. Just wanted to explain why the tournament and also why there's one less title here on NXT. I've currently made the title vacant. I went ahead and moved the North American title, normally the minor title, to the major slot for now. Anyway, here's your rankings update. The NXT Women's Champion is Ember Moon. Her number 1 contender, the real-life NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler. Number 2, Kairi Sane. Number 3, Vanessa Bourne. Number 4, Aaliyah. Number 5, Dakota Kai. Number 6, Candice LeRae. Number 7, Bianca Belair. Number 8, Nikki Cross. Number 9, a woman I just added to the NXT Women's Division, Tainara Conti. And number 10, Lacey Evans. In the NXT Tag Team Division, Sandy are NXT Tag Team Champions. Their number 1 contenders, Mustache Mountain. I finally got Undisputed Era to be able to appear in the tag team rankings. There was a glitch for some reason before that would not allow them to appear in the tag title rankings. I fixed that by downloading a new Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. They're now finally in the rankings, and they're in number 2. Number 3, War Raiders. Number 4, Heavy Machinery. Number 5, Street Profits. Number 6, TM61. And the NXT North American Championship rankings, the champion, Adam Cole Bebe. I went ahead and combined the NXT championship rankings, the NXT North American Championship rankings for now, so all of the singles wrestlers on NXT should be in these rankings. Number 1 contender, Johnny Gargano. Number 2, Lars Sullivan. Number 3, Velveteen Dream. Number 4, Aleister Black. Number 5, Cesar Bononi. Number 6, EC3. Number 7, Fabian Eichner. Number 8, Ricochet. Number 9, Tommaso Ciampa. Number 10, and then the rest of these people are mostly people that I've added to the NXT roster that recently joined NXT in real life. They are number 10, Raul Mendoza. Cassius Ohno in the 11th spot was already there. Number 12, Kona Reeves, a new addition. And then, of course, our newest WIT member, Aiot Master, starting from the bottom at number 13. But of course, he'll have a huge opportunity in that tournament if he can go on to win 4 straight matches and win the NXT Championship tournament. He will start off his NXT career as an NXT champion and already be on the fast track to the main roster. So huge opportunity for Aiot Master starting next week when he competes in the NXT Championship tournament. A couple things I want to note before we seek out our next WITM matchup. As I said, I added some people to the NXT roster that recently joined NXT in real life. They are, of course, WITM's newest member, Aiot Master. I downloaded a new version of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly of Undisputed Era, and that made the Undisputed Era finally work in the tag title rankings. I added Kona Reeves, who recently joined NXT. And I added Raul Mendoza, who was part of the Cruiserweight Classic, now part of the NXT roster. And Tainara Conte, who was part of the Mae Young Women's Classic, who recently joined the NXT Women's roster. I went ahead and removed the UK wrestlers from the NXT roster because eventually they're going to have their own branch of NXT, NXT UK, except for Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, the tag team Mustache Mountain, who currently are the NXT Tag Team Champions in real life. Also, I removed some people from both NXT and the main roster who were injured or have been inactive for some time. They are, from the main roster, I removed John Cena, who has been active for some time from the SmackDown roster. Once he returns, which I imagine he will for SummerSlam coming up soon, I'll add him back to either Raw or SmackDown. He seems to go in between both brands. Randy Orton is injured with a knee injury. I took him off the SmackDown roster for now. Once he returns, then I'll really add him to SmackDown. And then some entries on NXT. Of course, the person we had as NXT champion, Oney Lorcan, out for 3 months at least with an orbital bone injury. And then both members of the tag team of Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss on NXT are both injured, so I went ahead and took them off the NXT roster for the time being. And I believe that was all the injuries and inactive wrestlers for now. So just wanted to inform you of some changes I made to the roster. Also, we forgot to check last night and see if Gerald suffered a major injury in his triple threat match. So let's go ahead and check that. No, he did not suffer a major injury, and he's actually cleared. So Gerald, when he returns to action, will be back to his normal attributes. Anyway, with all that said, let's move on to main event and keep on seeking our next WITM matchup. We will not have a WITM matchup on main event because neither Corey or Andrew are currently eligible for main events. We will need to book a Cruiserweight matchup, however. So just bear with me while I get that set up. Of course, this is one of the few caveats of doing live streaming permanently, is stuff that would have normally done off screen. You guys will have to sit through, but it's worth it in the end. Of course, feel free to fast forward past this up till where we reveal the next match if you would so like. But anyways, all the cruiserweights ranked number 6 and below are eligible to compete in a cruiserweight match on main event, the Raw minor show. They are Kalisto, TJP, Hideo Itami, Buddy Murphy, Aria Davari, Leo Rush, Jack Gallagher, Brian Kendrick, Akira Tozawa, Drew Gulak, Noam Dar, and Tony Nese. Alright, so now we need to determine the stipulation for the Cruiserweight matchup. Will it be a singles match? Will it be a tag team match? Will it be a triple threat? Will it be a fatal 4-way? Will it be a 6-man match? Or will it be an 8-man match? Let's find out. It is going to be a fatal 4-way, and now who will be the participants? First, Tony Nese.
Tony Reese.
Second, Brian Kendrick. Third, Aria Davari.
Andrea Daddy.
Also known as Andrea Daddy. And last,
Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy. Now we can sim. Alright, so Chad Gable picks up a victory over Curt Hawkins. Mickie James defeats Dana Brooke of Titus Worldwide. And Buddy Murphy is going to win the Cruiserweight Fatal 4-Way match. Who did he defeat? He defeated Tony Nese. So Tony Nese is going to take the fall in the matchup. Aria Davari and Brian Kendrick get a no decision. And how's that affect their rankings on Raw and 205 Live? Let's find out. We'll start off with the Raw women. Mickie James defeated Dana Brooke. James was up to number 3. Brooke remains at the bottom, number 11. So your Raw women's rankings: the champion Alexa Bliss, number 1 contender Ember Moon, number 2 Bayley, number 3 Mickie James, number 4 Natalya, number 5 Sarah Logan, number 6 Sasha Banks, number 7 Ronda Rousey, number 8 Nia Jax, number 9 Liv Morgan, number 10 Ruby Riott, and number 11 Dana Brooke. And now the Intercontinental Championship rankings. Chad Gable defeated Curt Hawkins. Gable moves up to number 12. Hawkins moves down to number 10. In your Intercontinental Championship rankings, the champion Bobby Lashley, number 1 contender Kevin Owens, number 2 Mike Kanellis, number 3 No Way Jose, number 4 Corey, number 5 Roman Reigns, number 6 Bobby Roode, number 7 Baron Corbin, number 8 Dolph Ziggler, number 9 Seth Rollins, number 10 Curt Hawkins, number 11 Jinder Mahal, number 12 Chad Gable, number 13 Mojo Rawley, number 14 Braun Strowman, number 15 Goldust, number 16 Finn Balor, number 17 Zack Ryder, and number 18 Elias. And now finally the Cruiserweight Championship rankings. If I can find the Cruiserweight Championship. There we go. Buddy Murphy defeated Tony Nese with no decision for Ari Daivari and Brian Kendrick. Murphy moves up to number 8. Nese remains at the bottom, number 17. Daivari remains at number 10 with a no decision. And Brian Kendrick remains at number 13 with a no decision. So your Cruiserweight Championship rankings. The champion, WITM's Andrew Spudstrong. Number 1, Lince Dorado. Number 2, Cedric Alexander. Number 3, Mustafa Ali. Number 4, Brian Kendrick. Graham Metalik. I don't know what I was thinking. Number 5, Mark Andrews. Number 6, Kalisto. Number 7, TJP. Number 8, Buddy Murphy. Number 9, Hideo Itami. Number 10, Ari Daivari. Number 11, Leo Rush. Number 12, Jack Gallagher. Number 13, Brian Kendrick. Number 14, Akira Tozawa. Number 15, Drew Gulak. Number 16, Noam Dar. And number 17, Tony Nese. Now we move on to Monday Night Raw. Will we see Corey in action for the first time in about a month? Yes, we will, and this is a huge opportunity for Corey because Corey currently sits at number 4 in the Intercontinental title rankings. His opponent will be No Way Jose, the man currently sitting at number 3. So, should Corey defeat No Way Jose, he will likely move up into the number 2 slot. And Kevin Owens is Universal Champion, so will be defending his Universal title at Extreme Rules, so he's not eligible to compete for the Intercontinental title. So if Corey wins that match and moves up into that number 2 slot, he will, as long as Kevin Owens is still sitting in that number 1 contendership slot, he will take on Bobby Lashley for the Intercontinental title at Extreme Rules. So Corey, he is 0-6 when competing on the main Raw card. All of Corey's 4 wins have come on main event, the Raw Minor Show, where Corey has a record of 4-1. But Corey has opportunity to pick up his first victory on the main Raw card in his first match in a month, and with some help, secure an Intercontinental title match against Bobby Lashley, which would be a 30-minute Iron Man match at Extreme Rules. That would be a good one. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait 5 days until Monday night to have that matchup, so it's going to be another 5-day break because we don't stream on Thursdays because there is no shows on there. Didn't have a match on main event, and there is no takeovers or pay-per-views this weekend, so we'll see you again in 5 days for that, as when Corey will seek to possibly earn a title opportunity in his return to Monday Night Raw against No Way Jose. That is going to do it for episode number 90. If you would like information on how to join the WITM action yourself and have your own custom character like Aiot Master just did, head on over to our WITM website. The link will be in the description. There you'll find information including how to join WITM and information on WITM in general. Also be sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're alerted when we go live or when we post a new episode. And until episode number 91, Monday Night Raw, Corey versus No Way Jose. Potential opportunity to get an Intercontinental title match for Corey. We will see you on Monday, July 9th at 11:30 for that matchup. Until then, this is Corey with WITM Call Wrestling, signing off.